Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Stoneblock 2 on the NemGo server. Nearly forgot that a little bit. Yeah, we're over here on the NemGo server once more. The patrons have virtually all left now because Ego's finished doing the pack pretty much on his live streams, and they've all finished doing the packs because they don't have to do video editing and uploading and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm a little bit slow as a YouTuber doing things. I go through, say, sessions where I'll spend a few hours doing stuff and making stuff, and then I'll spend a few hours editing it, should I say, and then I'll spend a few hours of not wanting to come and play for a bit, and then I'll come back and I'll do some more, and then I'll edit it and I'll upload it and I'll go, yes, that's good. So, whereas a streamer, they tend to just sit there for 6 or 7 hours and just get loads and loads done without any stopping whatsoever, no consideration for needing to stop for any reason. They just plough through. So it's very, very quiet on here at the minute. I'm all on my own on the Stoneblock server. I've been messing around with the farm a little bit. We're going to be doing some cows, and yeah, I'm starting with a little bit of immersive engineering. In particular, the coke oven, to get creosote oil. Now, I'm using these cloches from Immersive Engineering, and these cloches require some blocks that need creosote, and creosote comes from the coke oven. So I'm starting with the coke oven so that everybody knows that I can do it legit. I would also like to do some of the other bits and pieces legit as well. But the quest book keeps giving me quest rewards. So those two cloches that I got there are basically quest rewards that I've picked up in my time in the game so far. Now, I don't mind it if I'm playing normally, but I do want to show you guys in case you haven't got the same reward as me. If you didn't get a cloche as a reward, a garden cloche as a reward, then you wouldn't be able to do this stage without doing this stage first. So this stage is very important, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you know already, well, you don't have to switch off necessarily. Just tune off for a minute. Just tune off while we discuss what this is with the other viewers, those that don't know what they're doing. So this is a 3x3x3 structure. Okay, so it's a 3x3x3 structure. It is not hollow. We've filled the middle gap. It is not hollow. That means we need 27 blocks per coke oven, just like so. And we take an engineer's hammer. The engineer's hammer is very simple to make. Recipe, a bit of iron and some string and some stick to hold it together. Yeah, and you right click the center block where you want the face to be. And this is where I want the face to be on these two. Right. Now, I'm not 100% sure on how to use these very often, because I kind of just use them irregularly. I don't use this mod very often, but I do know that I need to turn coal or logs. So I should probably get some actual wooden logs in order to do this a bit quicker. And turn the wood into coal coke, and then that coal coke also produces creosote as well. And I'll get to all this just as soon as we get this started. So, in one of those, we'll put that in. There we go. So, let's start the second one as well. It takes quite a while to do, yeah. But as you can see, it's active and it's working, and it's 20% done. So this will create coal coke and also creosote into the tank, right? And we'll get to using that later. You can take it out with a bucket, but I could take it out with the AE system and all that kind of stuff. We'll mess around with those in a little bit of automation down here afterwards. I've already just basically done this setup here, and I want to just go through this with you, because this is a basic setup. Well, I say basic, it's quite advanced really, but it's a basic setup for these garden cloches to work perfectly. And so the garden cloche, if we have a look at the recipe, it is a vacuum tube and a metal mechanical component. Mechanical component is some iron plates, which is either hammering that down or making iron ingots into iron plates. A bit of copper, okay? Easy. Glass easy. This vacuum tube thing needs to be done in an engineer's workbench with an engineer's blueprint. Now, the engineer's blueprint I need to get for the garden cloche, I presume. So it's all within here, yeah? So I've got to make this desk first before I can make that thing. And this workbench here requires some treated wood planks, a crafting table, and a treated wood fence. That, in turn, is made or required by putting wood around a bucket of creosote oil. Right? So it all ends up, and be all and end all, is the creosote comes first, then we can make things like an engineer's table, then we can put the blueprints onto there, which is a simple recipe as well, to generate the recipe that we want to make the garden cloche, which, yeah, here we have in front of us. So here's a couple I made earlier through quest rewards and lucky bags and all that kind of stuff. We'll go through how they all work. They've got an input at the back here. They've got power input down the side here, and also a power input at the top here. And they've got an output on the front here. I believe that's the right way around. It's working, but I believe that's the right way around. The input down here. It looks like you've got to put water in, and I've got this little water setup here. You've got to put water in, and you've got to put a fertilizer in, and there's only one input slot. So that's the thing. I filled it up with water, and then I put the fertilizer going in, and now the water's slowly but surely running out. I was just checking to see if I needed it, because I wasn't sure. And you put some dirt in this slot here, and you put whatever seed in that slot. So you can put sand and cactus, or sand and sugarcane, or mycelium and mushrooms, I'm guessing. All those kind of recipes and stuff in here, which we'll set up later. But all I was really wanting to do was make loads and loads of wheat. So, we've got fertilizer coming from down here, from up here, should I say. Let's go over this side and have a look, see where we're going. Because the fertilizer produces 1.5 growth modifier. So the fertilizer was useful, right? And the wheat, I'm using the wheat up here. So in this little setup here, I've got an animal feeder. And the animal feeder receives the wheat through the AE system. Well, it will do. Don't worry, it will. Receives the wheat through the AE system. It receives it. And then it will use that to feed the cows. The cows that are in here, or in the pen here, over the top of the animal sewer. Then when the animals have a baby, this baby selector will shoot the baby into the next compartment. And in this compartment we have an animal grower full of wheat that's also been growing to grow them up very quickly. So it's kind of like a breeding chamber, right? But in the breeding chamber we also have these animal sewers. These animal sewers collect sewage from the animals above them, and then you can turn the sewage into fertilizer. It's as simple as that. So the fertilizer then comes out of those into this sewage composter, and the raw sewage goes into there, and then that makes fertilizer. The fertilizer then comes down, and we put fertilizer into here from industrial foregoing, which gives us a 1.5 modifier on the growth speed for this, right? Which in turn then pumps out all of the wheat, and the AE system takes it up there. And there's another little trick up here that I need to show you as well first, that just down behind here, actually I can't show you, but yeah, I can. Just behind here, I've got a little setup that's got an export bus throwing wheat into there. Now, at the moment, it's only doing wheat. I can make that change, and I can put some, like, carrots in here, so it would work with pigs. I could put the seeds in here, so it would work with the chickens. I could put, well, anything that works with anything, I think, will go in with the animal grower to help the animals grow up quickly. And I should also be aware that you can turn this off if you want. So I could not waste the wheat if I don't really care. I can just leave it on overnight or whatever. Which I probably would not do, but still. We'll see how that goes. So if I bring the cows over from the spatial storage, so I've got the spatial cows in here. Bring them over. Ah, hello spatial cows, how you doing? So spatial cows are back over here, and at the minute, all I've got down here are the actual regular vanilla cows. So they're going through that process at the minute. There's 4 in there. They will get fed, they will breed, they will poop, and the poop will go into the sewage. The babies will pop out here, the babies will then grow up, and then I can use the babies as fodder to generate meat and pink slimes and all that kind of stuff. I think it's just meat, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll generate all the liquids in there as that goes. So one thing that we need to do today is start completing these cow quests. So while I've got this set up, I don't intend to do vanilla cows to get steak, because I'm not really that bothered about the steak or the meat. I'm looking at getting these cow recipes sorted out. Now, I really do not fancy going through all of them. And I know that Ego has already gone through all of them, so I'll probably go and just steal his cows. That's the thing, right? But these are the starting recipes. Now, I've already received the fluid cow and the seared stone cow through quests and the ranching through quests. Again, quest rewards jumping ahead for me. But I'm going to try and make the other one. So we need a fluid cow and a lava cow, and I want to see how a water cow would be made, and a seared stone cow. So let's see how they would all be made naturally using this method. So fluid cows doesn't have a lot, does it? So it's got fluid cow water. So that's a bucket of water surrounded by leather. Okay, and fluid cow seared stone is seared stone in a bucket surrounded by leather. Okay. And then the lava, or milk. Where's the milk cow? I bet a milk cow is a bucket of milk surrounded by leather. I'm getting the idea. And then a lava one, I presume that's going to be some kind of hot-looking liquid type. Lava cow is a bucket of lava surrounded by leather. So we're going to make those things. Okay, so quest-wise, we need a bucket of water inside one to make a fluid cow. Da 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 da. There we go. So I'll quickly get that and claim a random reward of 3 hoppers. All right. The water cow would have been a water bucket surrounded by one. The lava cow, we're about to do that as well. So let's have a look. We'll take that bucket away, and we'll have a lava cow. There we go. Excellent. And that gives us another reward there. Random reward of a big tank. An actual big tank. Too big a tank. Right, so that would give me those, and then get some seared stone out of the smeltery and some water out there, and that would give us the first 4 in the tiers. Very good. And now, how do we get the next one? So we've got a blue slime, which would be... this cow can't be crafted. You have to breed it from the cows for the task to be completed. Pick up the cow with a cow halter. So it's going to be a water cow and a milk cow mixed together. Okay, and baby blue, you need to grow up fairly swift. I think this should really work, but it doesn't seem to be doing any processing, so maybe that's not going to be a thing. Maybe I'll just have to wait. And so I'll wait for these to have another baby blue, and then that baby blue can grow up, and we'll see what they look like. Meanwhile, I'll have a check to see what else we've got. So, seared stone one. Let's put the seared stone over here as well as another starter of the types. I've got the lava. I'll have another water as well when I... Yeah, so this is going to work. I just need to now wait for a little bit for the blue to grow up. Alright, so one thing I've discovered is that baby cows take a very long time. This is 17 minutes. 17 minutes the baby cow can grow up. 17 minutes. And the 2 babies have been produced, but this thing over here, the animal grower is not working on fluid cows. So the breeder, the animal feeder, is working fine on fluid cows, but the grower is not. And therefore, I'm having to take him out of that pen and let him grow over here, so I can start on the next one. But while I'm doing that, I'll put these ones away, and I'm going to think I'm running out of lots of space. Milk cow over there, so cram packed 2x2s, and water cow. I think it was water cow, yeah, in there. The next one would be a lava and a water. Just put the water back, but yeah. The next one would be lava and water. And they, as you may already guess, would make obsidian. Well, they're in together. Very close already. And they would make obsidian, right? And the obsidian cow would then be worth something to me. Now, I've got to wait until the blue slime cow is fully grown before I can pick it up and get the reward I'm looking at. And it's just a simple case of just breeding the 2 together like this. Slowly but surely, working my way through the list. Getting 2 putting them together to make one. Water and lava now to make the obsidian. And then we'd have seared stone. Would go with lava to make liquefacted coal. And water and seared stone would go to make molten clay. And so on and so on and so on. You'd slowly but surely work your way through the book. But I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm a YouTuber, like I told you. I haven't got time for these guys to grow up before I can pick them up and complete a quest. And I want to complete all of these quests today because growing cows that I'll never need is very, very boring. So let's warp over to Ego's place. So in Ego's, let's. I think we're right. His warp's over here. Oh, that's it. We go over here. We go down. Now, it's all very, very quiet over here because he's no longer here doing stuff, is he? Okay, so he has his chicken shed that we visited last time and stole all his chickens. Well, we collected the rewards for all of his hard work on the chickens. I'm going to do the same thing in here with his cows. Now, this is his cow setup. So, very similar. That's an automatic feeder from Actually Editions. Okay, so very similar. He had an automatic feeder and a baby separator to put the babies into here. What's this? A lamp of fertility. I guess that made some difference to it all to help the differences and all that. But he'd just put his 2 in here and have his babies come out in there and then wait for the babies to grow up. And once they'd grown up, he would take a halter and he would come over here and he'd put them into one of these cow stalls. We'll see how these cow stalls are made. Look, it's just a bay of hail, some iron bars, and some grey concrete. It has to be grey, apparently. Okay, has to be grey concrete. Not so bad, so we can do that. But he managed to get all of the types, every single one of them, all the way up to the Infinity Cow, which is the hardest one to get to at the end there, the Infinity Cow. Very, very difficult. And then he duplicated those quite a bit. He's got all the different liquids going into tanks, and he's got all of the other cows, the block-type cows, if we come around here. All the block-type cows, they go into Tinker's smelteries. Basins, so they pour out into Tinker's smeltery basins, and then that gets pulled out when it's a block and put into the drum. And when it's in the drum, or the barrel, or the drawer, or whatever it is you put it in, he then would have a massive stockpile of things. He's currently taking them all out, I believe, and putting them in as EMC. So as these cows are producing, they're becoming EMC. So I think this doesn't have an EMC. Yeah, whereas everything else does have an EMC. So this doesn't have an EMC. Yep. So everything that has an EMC, he's putting into EMC storage. It's a really cool build, though, isn't it? It's a really cool build. Really cool industrial-looking factory place for all these cows. What we're going to do is we're going to rip out all of his hard work. Well, not all of his hard work. There's obsidian, for instance. Let's get the obsidian, right? And I claim the prize for the obsidian. There you go. That's what's going to happen next. So I'm going to go through all of these and slowly but surely pick up every single cow and put it back until I've completed all of the fluid cow quests all the way down to the bottom where there's what's this one? Stellar, Infinity, Evil, Infused, Energetic, all of them. Instead of waiting around to breed them all using this handy little breeding tip thing and getting all the quests that way, I'm going to cheat and use Ego's hard work because I can't be bothered to wait around. I can't be bothered. Wow, you get a chapter complete. Fluid cows. Well, I've just been busy doing, and eventually got through all of them. Yay! It took Ego about 5 days of almost constant 6-hour live streams in order to get all of these cows. It has taken me 25 minutes to go through the quest tree using all his hard work. Thank you very much, bud. Thank you very much. What I've got over here now is, while I was here, I thought I will breed the ones that I want to take with me, as it were. And so I'm trying to get like versions of these. I would like the destabilized redstone and the gelled cryothium and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just trying to figure out how they're breeding. Because these are breeding over here the same. The seared stone and the demonic metal, I think, is supposed to go into something I wanted. and the water and the something or other is supposed to go into something else. Oh, I was really hoping that I was going to get that right. Crystal, gelled cryothium. Here we go. Gelled cryothium. I need the destabilized redstone and I need water together to make a gelled cryothium. Okay, and so that's what I've got in here to try and make a gelled cryothium to take home with me, but it hasn't worked yet. And I also fancied getting one of the fancied getting destabilized redstone myself, which is the demonic metal and seared stone. But that's not taking its time, isn't it? I would also like to see some of the other metals from thermal expansion that just take a little bit longer to get. So that's like demonic metal and destabilized redstone, also in there, you see. That was kind of the idea. So it's only right now that I collect all these quests. 46 unclaimed quests. And what things can I and can't I craft? So I cannot... Well, I found this earlier. The Skullfire Sword. I got that. A plus 999 attack value, unbreakable. With a looting 25. A looting 25. Crazy. Skullfire Sword. Used the extreme crafting rules to make. I don't do extreme crafting left yet, so it's going in there. Spawn changer, can't do that. Angel ring, nice. Is it a working angel ring as well? That's cool. Climbing gloves, we get those in there. Forged Lexion, a generator, an exchanger gadget. Those can go in there. Void metal, I don't do yet. Insanium essence, I don't do yet. Yeah. There's quite a few nice things. Oh, the gargantuan barrel I don't do yet. I've got another garden cloche. Nice. Too many forged Lexions. I'm getting all them back now, though. That's not bad. That's not a bad little haul, is it? That's not a bad little haul at all. So, watermills I know I can do. Redstone furnaces I know I can do. The bacon I can do. The simple alloy furnace. That, yes. Herculean, yes. Induction smelter, yes. Those, yes. Those, yes. Those, yes. Entity detector, not so sure. The birthday pick, I don't do yet. That one, generator. Exchanging gadget, yes, yes, and yes, 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 and yes. Upgrade ultimate from extra utilities. Oh man, I definitely don't do those yet. I can dump those in though. And dump those in, those in, those in, and those in. The water candles. What's that? Increase nearby spawns when lit. That's cool. How did I not know that about? Yeah, increases spawns locally. That's nice. Torch launcher. No, that can go in, and the Force Lexica. What's the recipe for those? Oh, that's easy enough. I'll actually have a little read of that just to make sure I'm well aware of all the latest thermal expansion upgrades and things that are available. But as for the angel ring, could I have made an angel ring? Let's see, recipe of an angel ring. These days an angel ring requires you to get some glass, some gold, no problem, a ring of the flying squid, a lasso, a bat, and cursed lasso, a ghast. Now cursed lasso is the drop of evil and a golden lasso, so that would have been easy. I say easy. Bat in a normal lasso, that would have been okay. Flying squid, you're supposed to get ink and chicken wings and a squid and a lasso, and this one's the chicken bits and the chicken and a lasso. Yes, so I could have used that. Good. Now can I put that on my bauble slot somewhere? Can I have a bauble slot for it, please? I can put it in that side. I don't really need the air charm anymore, do I? So I'll put that in there instead. The speed charm, I kind of like that, so we'll have a speed charm. I do like running around my base a little bit faster, but now I can fly using the bauble angel ring as well, because I do have enough supply of GP to do so. But that, let's see how we're getting on with this stuff over here. Now we're getting towards the end of the episode. Look, so creosote oil from and made some charcoal and given me some creosote oil. Same here, look, yeah. And I could have got the bucket. I get some buckets. Let's get a bucket from each. And you could just tap it with a bucket and put the buckets in there, and you get a bucket full of creosote oil, like so, and like so. And that then we can craft into, I think we just need some planks. What planks have we got? Any planks will do, I think. It all turns out the same. You get planks and put that in the middle, and you end up with this treated wood planks. And then that treated wood we can do all sorts with. So I do need to make the immersive engineering room going down here. I'm going to mess around with that a little bit off camera. Stick a stick. Yeah, sticks are sticks. Okay. Just to start getting it working down here. I do like all the blocks, and I don't mess around with it often enough in modded Minecraft. It's been a while that I've been messing around with quite a few mods, but this one in particular has intrigued me while I've been watching other people do it. So let's put it there. So we've got that in engineer's workbench. We've got another garden cloche, which we've run out of water, so I've got to figure out getting water and the fertilizer in there. I think probably Ender IO cables would be best because they can go both. Maybe I can pump water in underneath. I haven't tried that, but I'll test it all out. I'll make this room look a little bit better. Try and turn it into something interesting, something very immersive engineering wise. Might even use the immersive engineering wires instead of all this stuff. If you was wondering how I was powering all those machines, I was using the wireless RF transmitters. So I was putting RF power into there and then wirelessly transmitting it to the various bits and pieces in my cowshed. So that is it for today's episode. We sorted out the cows. Now if I had 5 days of constant gaming, I could potentially have done the same thing as Ego and bred all the cows up. There are lower percentage chances for most of the cows towards the end, especially the infinity cows. They were pretty difficult apparently. So I will breed a few up that I want to keep for the base over here, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode. Hope you enjoyed, hope you leave a like. Check all the links down below, and don't forget to check out my Patreon. It would really help. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.